Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Randy Major, and with me today is Lou Guglielmetti. I hope I didn't mess that up.
Not at all. Great job.
Of Asset Preservation, Tax and Retirement Services. And we are kicking off an awesome series about the 7 financial blind spots. So Lou, you say the first blind spot is written goals. Why would this be a blind spot?
Well, a lot of people don't write down their goals, right? That's important to write them down because that holds accountability. You keep yourself a checklist as you go through that accumulation phase of life, right? As you want to approach retirement and get to that, accomplish all those goals that you're looking for moving forward, one of the first things is writing them down and holding yourself accountable to that.
Right, and this applies to so many different aspects in our lives. Obviously,
Sure.
You know, every day I work off of a to-do list. So why wouldn't I write down my plan for retirement?
Yeah, exactly. Being one of the most important parts of obviously reaching that, goal of retirement. One of the first questions I ask my clients when I sit down with them, the first appointment, is what is your desired monthly income in retirement? And it's so mind-boggling how many people don't know that answer. So one of the things we do at our workshops, we will, when we do hand out a lot of the literature or the information out to them as they come to our workshops, we'll actually come up with a blank budget plan that they can start filling out before they actually, just to get them thinking about, those things moving forward and having that desired monthly income that they want to have as they approach retirement.
Right, and I'm sure you really have to take a good look at what you want your retirement to look like. What do you want to do? How do you want to travel? And is that number in your head, is it going to align with what ends up on that paper? 100%.
Maintain that standard of living, right? The number one fear that baby boomers have or people approaching retirement is outliving their money. So again, having that enough income, obviously, to keep up with inflation, which is another subject we're going to chat about in a few here. But maintaining that standard of living is important.
Now, do you think it's, a lot of people say, well, when I retire, I'm just going to relax. I'm not going to be spending as much. Is that actually what happens, or do they need to account for
It's interesting because everybody's different, right? Everybody's got different goals. I always share a story of a typical day I had where I met with a young lady who's divorced, and she sacrificed time off from her job, and she wanted, $10,000 a month in retirement, and that was her goal. And then the next couple I met with, same question came up, and it was, we only need really $3,000 in retirement. So that's why you have to ask those questions and implement plans based on someone's goals, and whether there's travel involved. Some people have traveled the world already. They don't want to travel. They want to stick close to their grandkids or spoil their grandkids. Some people have never traveled and they want to enjoy retirement, and they put a travel budget aside for that.
So can you really, take different scenarios and sort of map out for each client what
Absolutely.
Each scenario looks like?
What is that retirement roadmap? And putting those expenses on paper, and planning for that. Like we're going to have $10,000 set in a travel budget per year. Or, we're not going to have a travel budget. We're going to plan on, maybe gifting money to our children. Maybe that's a goal. Legacy planning is a whole nother desire that may be there for some of the retirees getting there. So it is interesting. It's fun because everybody's different. I get to meet new people every day who have different goals, and I love, holding their hand, so to speak, and accomplishing those goals.
I'm sure it's very eye-opening.
Definitely.
I'm sure it could be very different from what the plan they might have in their head.
Sure.
Do you see a lot of aha moments with your clients?
Yes, I do. And in reality, and then you have, especially when you're dealing with couples, because you may have one that thinks one way and the other thinks another way. Whether it's the husband or the wife that wants to spend more of the money, and the husband or the wife, vice versa, wants to hold on to the money. Yeah. I think it's ingrained with a lot of the people that we do work with, especially the baby boomer generation, is they're always going to save. They're always going to watch what they spend. So do I have much worries with a lot of people that have been disciplined, had written goals down, and actually, saved enough money to accomplish those goals? No, I'm most of the time I'm very optimistic and confident that people will, but you'll be surprised. It's an interesting juggling act when you're dealing with two different minds.
Written goals, so important. Stay tuned for more of the 7 Financial Blind Spots.